Hi Carnivore fans, it's Holly. I'm back and it's now 4 weeks, a month that I have been doing carnivore diet. And so I wanted to give you an update how I'm doing, and it seems to be working really, really well. And the first thing that I want to share, and I'm super excited about, is I painted my kitchen. This kitchen, we've lived in this house for 10 years and it's been green, kind of a dark green. A pretty dated green color for 10 years, more than that, when we moved into the house. And we've never really liked it, and we've never been able to come up with a solution on what to do about it. And maybe the brain fog is lifting because I was able to decide finally what to do with this kitchen. And you know, basically I've wanted to paint these cabinets white for a long time because it looks better in photographs, and it looks better on YouTube, and it looks better if you're videotaping your carnivore journey. But you know, they don't have a lot of detail. They're not very interesting cabinets to begin with. A lot of cabinets, so it would be a big investment to paint these cabinets. And my husband doesn't want to go darker because paint fails, and so I came up with the idea to paint the walls white instead of the cabinets. So now, instead of these oak cabinets with a green background, which made the kitchen really dark and heavy, we have these nice light colored oak cabinets and a white kitchen. And I'm pretty happy with this. And I'll just give you a little tour here. So there we go, lots of oak, not very much wall space, but look how much cabinetry that is. That would be a lot to paint. And you know, we've had these windows here, they had some valances over them for years that we didn't like, and we never figured out how to take them down. And we took them down and painted over them, and they're gone, and we're both happy about that. So yeah, it looks pretty nice, clean, fresh, and I just like the details. I'm a lot happier with this kitchen, and now we can introduce whatever color scheme we want to. So the bottom line is, for 10 years, I have not been able to figure out what to do with this kitchen. And after just a few, 2-3 weeks on the carnivore diet, I figured out a plan. I looked at my schedule. I planned out the time that I had available between the holidays, a stretch of days off to get this painting done, and I did it. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And what else? Gosh, the carnivore diet has been good to me. So if you're aware of my story, the reason why I started a carnivore diet is because for quite a long time I've just been suffering from these extreme hunger attacks, which I think is a result of low fat and dieting, including a lot of intermittent fasting. But for too long, you know, you can intermittent fast for good results if you're eating enough calories, but if you're doing it for weight loss and you just continue doing it without adding fats in, you're trashing your hormones. And I think that's what's happened here, is my hunger hormones are out of whack, and probably my thyroid hormones and endocrine system is just completely unbalanced. And it resulted in, the manifestation was these extreme hunger attacks. Can't sleep through the night because, you know, I'm hungry, and it's hard to eat enough during the day when you have a busy schedule. But I'm just all wonky and haywire, and I finally reached the end of the rope where these hunger attacks were interfering so much with my daily activities, couldn't even think or work anymore. I had to deal with it, and I searched, and I found the carnivore diet, and I settled on that as the next thing to try, because, you know, something has to work. There has to be a way to heal without medications. In fact, I took a medication. I took Saxenda, or Victoza. It's a weight loss medication, which is designed to target your GLP-1 receptors, which are part of your hunger hormone system. And what happened? Did I lose weight? No. Oh, heck no. No, I gained weight. I had rapid weight gain. I gained about 30 pounds in 6 weeks, and with enormous extreme hunger, just every day, not like random once a week, every few days. It was every single day for 6 weeks solid. I just was starving and eating like crazy and putting on all this weight. So I just, you know, okay, then I lost the weight. I think you've heard all this whole story before, but I lost the weight using intermittent fasting and paleo and low fat, and low carb, which is great. I love low carb, but all the low fat's probably a little too much. So I feel like what I'm going through now it was already there. It's been there a long time. That's why I went on the weight loss program, you know, but I think these extreme hunger attacks got exacerbated by that experience, and then through the dieting that I did to get that excess weight off. And then when I tried to kind of eat normally again, because I was at a weight that I liked, I was really happy that I dropped all that extra weight, but I just couldn't tolerate any carbs and any gluten, any you know, not just wheat products, but there's gluten in rice and corn and soy and any kind of grain has gluten. And so that's a lot of foods that I just couldn't tolerate. So went on carnivore, and things are improving because I'm not having any of these attacks during the daytime anymore. And still not sleeping great. You know, that's just been a lifelong extreme insomnia. I mean, even on a good day, I don't ever want to fall asleep before midnight, but often I am up until 1 or 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and eating because I'm hungry. So that's still continuing, but it's not as bad as it was. It's manageable, but I feel like I'm moving in the right direction, which is improving so that these attacks aren't as extreme and they don't last as long and they're easier to get out of. They don't take me over, though, and also I'm getting smarter about how to deal with it earlier on. So carnivore diet has been really good to me. I'm eating 3 meals a day, heavy meat-based meals, lots of ground meat. Okay, so here's what happened. Let me just cut to the chase about the whole painting thing. Yeah, you know what? Managing the carnivore lifestyle is a change, and it's hard to do, and it takes focus and learning. And then painting the kitchen and disrupting your whole cooking area, that was a lot. This was all within the first month that I'm doing carnivore. So it was hard. And what ended up happening is I had just whatever I had left in the fridge. I hadn't done a big shop to prepare. I had this chuck steak in the fridge, and I was broiling it like as if it's a ribeye or a really nice tenderloin or something. It's not tender. It's not tender at all. So it came out, and that's really all I had to eat. And I was, you know, up on a ladder, and the kitchen's all torn apart, and here I am just cutting this steak and trying to chew it, and couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. My mouth hurt so much from all the chewing and that tough steak getting stuck in my teeth, and I had a meltdown. So I just said, I'm done. That's it. I can't do it. I'm done. And I literally pushed my food away. And that's not like me, because when you suffer from extreme hunger attacks, I get food in the fridge all the time, and I am not one to throw it out. But very interesting, being on carnivore, I have thrown out so much food that just doesn't taste good, because why eat something that's not good when there's so much delicious food that you can have? So I have thrown out the chuck steak, I threw out pork belly, I threw out, well, I tried some salmon skin, you know, like people eat pork rinds and you can take a salmon skin and crisp it up. I mean, it was okay. I tried it. It wasn't bad, but I threw that out. I don't know. I tried making butter, those butter, whatever those are called. It just didn't turn out right the first time. I gotta watch the directions and try it again. But it's actually very liberating to sit down at every single meal and sit down to something that you enjoy. And why put up with something that isn't good? So in that sense, I'm okay with that. I feel like I'm becoming a pickier eater, which in a good way. treat yourself to things that you like on Carnivore. So, okay, the painting and the tearing the whole kitchen apart, and yeah, I'm thinking about getting a little Ninja cooker because they're so small and portable and they make a perfect steak every time, and I've been dealing with a lot of grease. You know, I was a vegetarian for 4 years, and what I really liked about being a vegetarian, not how I felt, because I felt like crap, but I liked not dealing with all the meat in the freezer and just having produce, potatoes. You know, it's just not this whole, what are we gonna have for dinner, this whole big prep thing. And Carnivore's delivering the same thing. So now I don't have to make the salad, I don't have to make the vegetables, I don't plan the whole meal. I have meat, I have a bunch of it, and I pull it out when I'm hungry and cook it for a few minutes on each side under the broiler and eat fresh every meal, and so far that's working. What isn't working is because of my hunger attacks and because I'm just not balanced yet, so I'm eating a lot at every meal, and which you're supposed to be doing. And I learned about high-fat carnivore diet, which is adding, you know, you have some ground beef and you put the butter over the top of it, or you have an egg yolks, and you want additional fat on your meats. So I'm eating 3 good meals a day with lots of meat, lots of extra fat, plus at night. I do eat at night still. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but it's a lot of cooking. It's a lot of mess in the kitchen. And so I'm looking at maybe getting a crock pot and a Ninja cooker, things that are more self-contained. I think that might make things easier. So, yeah, basically I feel like just during this whole painting project, I definitely had a meltdown over just how much work it was, and I thought I was gonna run out of days and not get it done, and then it turns out I did, and that's because I used a primer. And don't ever, ever, ever think you're gonna paint over dark paint without using primer, because primer plus 2 coats, primer plus, and everyone kept telling me, oh, you don't need primer and you only need 1 coat. And I'm like, let's not tempt fate, okay? Primer plus 2 coats every darn time. And I did that and it worked, and I got it done on time, and I'm very happy about that. So, but yes, it was a lot to manage doing carnivore diet as a newbie, which I am, and this whole painting project. That was a big deal. But here we are, we came out the other side. I'm happy with my kitchen. I'm happy with the carnivore diet. I am excited about looking at more recipes and finding different things to eat and different ways to cook. And just really looking forward to seeing where this is going. And yeah, I just feel like I sailed through the holidays here. You know, okay, Christmas wasn't too bad. I planned out, I knew what we were gonna have. I knew the menu in advance, and it was, I wanna say pork loin, but it was all wrapped up in bacon, and I mean, it was delicious, really delicious. Oh, I remember what happened is, sometimes this happens when you're married or in a relationship, is you end up having 2 Christmas dinners. Well, I had 2 Christmas dinners. So we had company at home, and we had a traditional Hungarian or Czech meal, which is chicken paprikash, and it's wonderful, wonderful dish. It's chicken that's cooked in a whole bunch of paprika, and it is delicious. So I had chicken paprikash, and then I went to another holiday dinner with my family, and we had the pork loin with the bacon, and that was very unique. We didn't, you know, we used to have, hi there, passing through. We used to have ham all the time. We did something different this year. I credit my sister for coming up with a different and unique recipe. So good on her. And then this whole painting project fit in between the holidays, and then New Year's rolled around, and I was gonna go out. We kind of had loose plans with some friends, but then I was just doing this whole painting. And honestly, with Carnivore, I was focused and committed. That's really my #1 priority right now. And you know what, it's okay to give up social engagements. It's okay not to go 10, 12, 14, 16 hours a day, go, go, go. I just, again, I sat out Christmas Eve, I sat out New Year's Eve, I stayed home and nourished myself and took care of myself and had some rest time and got this project done, which was very meaningful. I'm very happy about it. And here we are, we're headed into the new year, and I'm feeling good because I already have a month of carnivore behind me. And you know, most people, a lot of people, have been indulging all month long on treats and snacks and candy and sweets and waiting for the new year to start their health program, their whatever health program they chose to do. And here I chose to do it already. I jumped in, I dived in, and I've got a month under my belt here. I'm feeling better. I feel like this is the right thing to be doing and that it's just gonna take time, and that I'm on my way. So I'm still committed, and I'm still learning more. I'm still doing research. I still have questions. I'm still trying to get questions answered. Carnivore, I'm just so surprised at how much information is out there and how many different unique experiences people have had with it. I think my experience is pretty unique, but I'm looking forward to being a success story. So it's the new year. I'm headed into this with more confidence and a lot of enjoyment of what I'm doing. And I think things are looking up. So Happy New Year, everyone, and just wish you the best.